I just saw this posted on my son's school's Facebook page, and I'm gutted. I'm heartbroken. Dear teachers, next year I don't care if you make the school supply list 10 pages long. I'll get you whatever you ask for. You want this? They're yours. You want that? I got you. Blah, blah, blah. Y'all, these kids are rotten. Mine, yours, Karen's, all of them. Nerve-wracking little monsters. And these sweet angels that God saw fit to send us to educate our children are freaking rock stars, and we do not give them enough credit or money. These teachers should all be driving Bentleys, or better yet, a Rolls Royce with a personal driver, blah, blah, blah. So teachers, thank you. Also, I know that I gave birth to them, but I'm gonna need you to come and get your kids before I lose my ever-loving mind. Sincerely, a mother who's fed up of being with her children and trying to homeschool them. I emailed a friend to vent about this, and in response they wrote, "This is the old bully boy standby of presenting offensive comments as supposed humor. What terrible things to say about children. Bullies make these kind of remarks, whether racist or sexist or misogynist, or in this case, misopedic, and then hide behind the tired rationalization that it was just a joke, or can't you take a laugh? There are other more mature ways of praising school teachers. There is real vitriol in calling your children heathens." I just wonder, why on earth do people have children if they can't stand them? I left a comment under this before I left the group. I don't even know if my comment got any responses because I just had to leave. I feel absolutely sickened by this. I commented, like, this is tragic. This is not funny. This is sad and tragic that it has become socially acceptable to openly hate your children. No wonder suicide rates are soaring among our youth. No wonder they're struggling with alcohol and drug addiction, self-harming. They have anxiety and depression. No wonder when their parents openly hate them, and this culture we live in openly hates them. They're aware of this. How do you think they feel? Do you expect these children who know they are unloved, unwanted, you expect them to go out into the world and do great things? All these problems we see in our society, from corrupt leaders to environmental destruction, every single problem you can think of, none of these problems are ever going to be solved by children who were raised to believe they were worthless and unwanted. That does a major number on a person's psyche, on their self-esteem. They're not going to feel confident. They're not going to feel motivated to go out there and do great things in this world. What on earth has happened to our society? You would have never seen posts like this, 10 years ago. And this is coinciding with the whole trendy, cool, the wine culture, these wine mums, all these posts about how cool it is to drink every day. Oh, I can't stand my kids, so thank God they're gone to bed. Now I can drink. I'm an alcoholic, ha ha ha. I'm an alcoholic and I hate my kids. Oh, hilarious. I'm an alcoholic, I hate my kids, and I hate my spouse. Rolling on the floor, laughing my ass off. Hilarious. This is not funny. This is sick. How is it that this post got so many likes and loves and laughing emojis? I'm just so disgusted by our culture and the way it treats our children. I can't even begin to understand the mentality of these parents. I'm not saying parenting is easy. I've had my rough moments. But when I had my rough moments, I did not for a second think that I hate my kids or, I want you to come and take them from me, or that they're somehow your kids that belong to the teachers. No. What I did is I reached out for help. I read some books about how to parent, how to discipline my children. I mean, if you treat your children poorly, they will behave poorly. They're people, just like any other person. If you don't treat a person with respect, of course they're not going to behave in a very nice way towards you. You have to respect children. They're small, but they are deserving of respect, just like anyone of any age. I talked about this in my video about childism. I know that I raise my kids in a radically different way from the rest of society, and I'm so grateful because I don't have all of these problems other people seem to have. I love having my kids home. We're having a great time. My 7-year-old right now is interested in World War I. We got him a book about it. In the book, there's a recipe for makanaki stew, which is a rationed, tinned stew that the Allied soldiers would eat during World War I. So my son and he wants to make that recipe. We're going to veganize it. We're going to use a meat substitute, but he wants me to make it for him and serve it to him in a can while he wears his soldier costume and sits out back in a hole he dug in our yard, a muddy hole. He wants to eat his can of makanaki stew in a trench with his costume on, and it makes me want to cry. It's so cute. My heart is bursting with love for this little guy and the ideas that he comes up with. And to think that other parents just want to get rid of their kids, can't stand having them around. I delight in every second I have with my children. When we're not making stew, we're making clay figures together. We're playing video games together. We are laughing together. We're making TikToks together. We're just having a blast. Why can other parents not do that? What is up? And I know that a lot of parents are having a hard time with their children not completing their online school assignments. I'm just grateful that for the first 7 school years, my 2 oldest, who are now in public school, they were home learners. So they're very independent. They're used to working on their own. And so they've been self-directed learners for so long that this is a breeze for them. And they're hearing from their teachers that so many students are not completing their assignments, and it's just other families are just having such a hard time. And I'm like, I would love to help you if I can. But there are many places you can go for help. If parenting is a challenge, ask for help. But do not disrespect your children. I don't even know what... And I know that this video is going to get dislikes, which breaks my heart because what? You want me to go and hate my kids? That's going to make you like this video? Me telling you what brats my kids are just so I can conform and fit in with the rest of this sick culture we live in? Krishnamurti said, "It is no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society." Our society is so profoundly sick, and it's getting worse. What we need to do is what I did. When you see stuff like this posted on social media, comment and say, "This is not funny. This is not funny. This is tragic." And don't laugh at it. Don't. People just want to fit in. They just want to belong and be like everyone else. But in doing so, you're just perpetuating this sickness. When I posted that I left a comment shaming these people, another friend wrote, "Good for you for speaking your mind. Sometimes I think wine mum culture and what about my needs has gone way too far. Of course, those are the kinds of parents that will also lecture on parenting today. Had enough of the selfish brats, and I'm not talking about the kids." Anyway, I just had to vent. I think I'm going to be quitting Facebook. Honestly, I'm so sick and tired of seeing these childish posts. I can't take it anymore. It's just so depressing. I'm not saying everyone should have children. Far from it. But I am saying that all children deserve respect. Replace the word kids with homosexuals or women or Chinese people or whatever. To hate on an identifiable group of humans is disgraceful. It's unacceptable. Children are people. They're small people, but they are people. If you're struggling with parenting, I'm going to put some links in the description, links that helped me and my husband to foster a more healthy relationship with our children. And if you have any questions, I would be happy to help you. I can point you to places where you can go for help if you don't want the help to come from me. But our children deserve better, guys. This is shameful. And that's about all I wanted to say today. I just want you to know that I'm working on my video about the dogs of war, and I should have that ready for you by next weekend. Take care, everyone, and I'll talk to you soon.